Once upon a time in the bustling city of Rejectionville, there lived a man named Harold Hopes. Harold was an eternal optimist, a man who believed that every no was just a step closer to a yes. Little did he know he was about to embark on a journey that would test this belief to its very core. Harold had a peculiar hobby. He loved to propose, not just to women, but to anyone and anything. He proposed to the barista at his favorite coffee shop, to the mailman, and even to a particularly charming lamppost. His record of rejections stood at a staggering 230, but Harold was undeterred. He was convinced that the 231st proposal would be the charm. One sunny morning, Harold decided to propose to the new librarian, Miss Penelope Page. She was known for her love of books and her disdain for anything remotely romantic. Harold, armed with a bouquet of daisies and a heart full of hope, marched into the library. "Miss Page," he began, "will you do me the honor of becoming my wife?" Miss Page looked up from her book, her eyes narrowing. "No," she said flatly, and went back to her reading. Harold sighed, marking his 231st rejection. But as he turned to leave, something extraordinary happened. The ground beneath him began to shake, and the library walls shimmered. Suddenly, Harold found himself in a parallel universe where rejection was celebrated. In this strange new world, people threw grand parties for every rejection they received. Harold was hailed as a hero, the man with the most rejections in history. He was given a golden crown and a throne made of no letters. Harold was finally a king, but in a kingdom of rejections. Just as Harold was getting comfortable in his new role, he met a mysterious woman named Serafina. She was the only person in this world who had never been rejected. Intrigued, Harold decided to propose to her, expecting his usual outcome. But to his shock, Serafina said yes. Harold was overjoyed, but his joy was short-lived. Acceptances were considered a curse in this world, and Harold was banished back to Rejectionville. He woke up in the library, Daisy still in hand with Miss Page staring at him. "Are you all right?" she asked, a hint of concern in her voice. Harold smiled. "Never better," he replied, and walked out of the library with a newfound appreciation for every no he had ever received. After all, it was the rejections that made his life an adventure worth living.